is World News Tonight. London, World News Tonight.
Finally tonight, fame and... John Martin reports the fame might go to the best supporting product and the fortune to the company that makes it. Here's how it works.
I want my milk duds. I haven't eaten in 2 days. I'm desperate. Flight 761 TWA out of London.
I gotta have a Coke.
Whether you see them or just hear about them, they are part of the glamour and the glitter of Hollywood these days, just like the performers who have always flocked here to seek their fortunes. They are brand name props, worth their weight in gold to more and more companies trying to advertise them on the silver screen. In the movie E.T., a little boy leaves a trail of candy so a lovable creature can find him. Last June, Reese's Pieces became a celebrity.
Our sales were up about 70% versus the previous month, predominantly due to simply the effect of being in the movie itself.
Soon, sales rose 85%, raising eyebrows in corporate America. An average television commercial might cost $100,000 to reach 35 million viewers. But for a yearly retainer of only $25,000, an agent will get a product seen by just as many people or more.
When people want to be stars in motion pictures, obviously they go to an agent. And the better the agent, the better exposure they get in a film. And we're nothing but agents for the products.
No, I have a method all my own.
Hollywood has always played a role in what America buys or doesn't buy. When Clark Gable took off his shirt in 1934, there was nothing underneath. Undershirt sales fell off for months. Today, product plugging is big business. $10 million to Go Hollywood. Their agents scan scripts and urge movie makers to use their products free of charge. Like actors awaiting their cues, these products sit on shelves in storage awaiting shipment to movie sets. For some, it is only a bit part, but the work is steady and important, says producer George Bronstein.
It would look phony to have a can with just beer on it. It's the real world. I mean, that's the way it looks in the real world, so that's why we use it.
Usually, they're treated just like extras in a crowd scene, but every once in a while, the actors get to steal it. In this Jerry Lewis film, one critic accused the products of overacting. So their agents try to get them visibility, but not too much, because one subtle appearance in the hands of the right performer might be more memorable than dozens of hard sell ads or billboards.
Nectar of the gods. Yes.
Like much of Hollywood, in the end, it comes down to a little magic and a lot of money. Producers try to keep costs down, so agents come up with generous supplies of food and drink and merchandise. This time for a low-budget film, Surf 2.
Certainly for this production, it's well over $10,000 that we saved that we would normally have had to have spent.
Economic is a big consideration, no question about it. If we can save $100,000 to $200,000 a picture, that's a tremendous advantage.
So they are on stage now, like the starlets of old, looking for a break. In one famous case, a talent scout found Lana Turner sitting at a counter here in Schwab's drugstore. Today, the star is more likely to be sitting on a counter or on a shelf, because some of the hottest properties in Hollywood today are properties.
This is Pepsi.
You like Nestle's Crunch? Nestle's Crunch are good. I'm not a crook. I just want what I paid for.
John Martin, ABC News, Hollywood.
One of the reasons that movie lines are as long as they are these days is because people are willing to spend up to $5 and $6 to get away from the commercials on their TV sets. Yet, in case you haven't noticed, more and more plugs for brand name products are creeping into the big budget movies, mostly because of a company called Associated Film Promotions. Here's Michelle Russell with a special report on commercials in movies.
The brand name of the donuts in this scene from the film Hardly Working is almost as prominent as actor Jerry Lewis's face.
Let me see. I'm not sure. Oh, but that's a good...
Take one!
The appearance of that particular brand was not accidental. It was carefully planned by Robert Kovaloff, president of Associated Film Promotions.
Associated Film Promotions is a company which literally acts as the agent to over 160 corporations. The same way as an agent in the film industry represents movie stars, we represent products to the film industry.
Kovaloff and his company have worked on films such as Mommy Dearest, Urban Cowboy, and Rocky III, saving each film producer thousands of dollars by providing them with free brand name props that they might otherwise have to rent or buy.
Last year, film companies saved over $3.5 million, well over $3.5 million. In fact, it was closer to $4 million by using the services of AFP.
But the companies providing the products don't give something for nothing.
The advertiser gains tremendous visibility, heretofore never afforded an advertiser before in this level, because today's motion pictures are seen by millions of people in the movie theaters, and then by tens of millions of people on network television, more on cable, and more on home video cassette afterwards. The ancillary rights alone are worth a fortune.
Kovaloff rejects the idea that what he does is much like television advertising.
There's no direct correlation. Television advertising is a paid message, is a contrived message where somebody is building a commercial, saying exactly what they want to say. It's the most important thing in the world to an advertiser. Here, we are showing it in a real-life situation, not in a contrived situation, but in the way that it actually works.
Doesn't that almost make a movie like one giant commercial, though?
But isn't life one giant commercial? What happens when you walk outside and go on Broadway in New York, or walk down Rodeo Drive and look in the windows? Isn't life that? How would you like to see a film set with all of the neon signs removed and all of the signs in the stores? Would it look real?
3 more big movies join the summer explosion today. Here are all the details.